Erica Strong, and today we'll be talking about enjoying the journey. I'm pretty excited about this topic because I am naturally a very positive person, as you probably can already tell. But for me, enjoying a journey has a lot to do with just life. You know, life is a journey for us all, and it's really, you know, it depends on what's your perception of your life is going to determine whether you're going to enjoy this journey or just have gripes and complaints and just unhappy through it. Because whether you know it or not, life is going to just keep going. So you can decide whether you are going to enjoy it or not. So in this subject today, enjoying the journey, is 3 points I like to bring out that's going to help us to enjoy the journey. So if you find yourself or have found yourself in a place in your life now that life just really isn't that well for you, you've had obstacles, setbacks, things that, you know, you just don't even know how you can overcome, I am here to tell you that I'm living proof that you can overcome it. I've faced just about everything I think a person can, you know, gripe about in life, and I'm still positive, I'm still happy, and I'm still enjoying the journey. You know, you have people say, well, you don't understand, I lost my mother. Well, you know what, I did too. And I'm not trying to discount it, but there is life after loss. That's basically what I'm trying to say. And I lost my dad as well. There is life after loss. So, you know, we go through life and we are going to lose things, and people are going to hurt us, people are going to disappoint us. But we have to hold on to the perception, am I going to enjoy this life, or am I just going to live miserable through it until it's over? That's not the life that God gave us, and that's not the life that I intend to live, and that's not the life that you will live with finishing strong, because we won't have it, okay? So our first point today is how to rest in it. So we're in the journey. You know, we see bills are coming, disappointments are coming, you know, the good and the bad and the ugly is all mixed up into one. The wheat and the tare is growing together, basically. So your journey is going, whether it's good, happy, or indifferent, it's all still continuously going. So how in the world do you rest in it? Well, where you find rest is when God says, come to me and lay it down, and I will give you rest. Now, that's a promise from our Father that cannot lie. If He said that He'll give us rest, that's what it is. It's just rest. That means I don't have to plan out everything that's going on in my life. I don't have to intricately put my finger on everything, because He has already gone before me and my way is already made. Although I may not like what I see in front of me today, I still know that all things are still working for my good, because I know that I love Him and I know that I'm called according to His will. Just remember, I'm taking it all back to promises that He gave me, and I'm personalizing those promises for my life. And so when I say rest in it, it's just the analogy of that I heard actually Joseph Prince, one of the ministers from Singapore. He is an amazing teacher, and I just have to use this analogy. I hope it's okay, Pastor Prince. But one of the things he said was, he used an analogy at an amusement park, that he had taken his daughter to the amusement park, and she was pretty young, and she wasn't as excited about it because she was, in her eyes, looking like she was a little afraid. And he took the daughter over to the mom and let the mom just kind of, you know, let her take a nap, get some food. And he decided to go out while she was napping, ride some of the rides, just so that when she's done, they can come back and say, hey, you know, you can ride this ride, it's okay, and you can ride that ride, and it's okay. And so it wasn't that he enjoyed roller coasters and he just wanted to have fun by himself. He said he just wanted to make sure that his daughter got the most joy out of this experience at the amusement park. So he takes the rides, and when she's up from her nap, he takes her back to those rides, and sure enough, she loved them. She wasn't afraid of them, and every time they would go back to the park, she's going to go back to those rides that he had already prepared the way for her. So let's take that back to how Christ is in our life, because that was the analogy that he used. Now imagine, you know, Christ has already made the way, just as Joseph Prince has made the way for his daughter. He takes his daughter to the roller coaster, and the daughter says, no, Daddy, I'm not getting on there. I don't believe you. I don't think that it's safe. How could you bring me here if you know that I'm going to die on this roller coaster, or this roller coaster isn't going to be safe for me? So imagine how the dad feels, that he stood in the sun, he stood in the lines, he did all of that preparing just to make sure that she was going to have a fun time at the park, and she won't go on. She's crying hysterically. She's not listening to him, and she don't believe him. Now, thank you, Joseph Prince, for that analogy, but now I want to switch you guys to, this is how we look when God say, rest. Enjoy your life. It's like, oh my God, you couldn't possibly see this happening to me. You don't care. You don't love me. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you have already prepared the way for me, so I'm not going to rest. Because if it's not me, it's not going to get done. If I don't do it myself, it's not going to happen. So we take on that mentality that we have to do everything ourselves. Well, where is the rest in that? There is no rest in that. So when I say rest in it, that means you have to just cancel out all those things that has been set in your mind to think that it's not going to work out for you. Nothing good ever happens for you. You have to work for everything that you have, and nobody is going to do anything nice for you. You have to take all those thoughts out and just rest in the assurance that the way has already been made, and you enjoy the journey. He made another funny analogy where, two people get on a roller coaster, same amusement park, the roller coaster, and you have one person, and honestly, I'm not a roller coaster person, so I would have been the person that he described, which is the first person that gets on and is like, oh my God, worried and, scared and can't enjoy it. My eyes are closed and I'm not even seeing it. I'm just whizzing by, trying to hurry up and get to the end of this roller coaster because I hated it. I get off and my head is hurting. I'm sick for the rest of the day, and I'm just not enjoying the park. And then the person that sits next to me, their hands up in the air, they are going down the roller coaster, they're enjoying it, they are seeing everything, and they are experiencing the moment. Well, my worry, my frustration, and my fright did not take me off course in a sense where we still ended up at the same point. Me and the person next to me, we started the roller coaster together and we ended it together. But guess what? I was sick, annoyed, and distraught, and they were happy and full of fun, full of life, and probably want to do it again. So when I use that analogy in our lives, that's exactly how, some of us can live through our life. We think that we are the ones that's in control of everything. So if it doesn't work as soon as we think that it should work, or if things don't happen the way that we think it should happen, we have to stress about it. We have to toil about it. We have to complain about it. We don't have to do it. We can rest in the fact that the plan has already been made. So if I got a no here, it's okay, because there's a yes coming. If I got a disappointment here, it's okay, because joy is coming. So when you just keep understanding that as long as I keep moving, as long as I keep resting, my way is going to unfold in front of me. So that's the first point, to rest in it. The second point is to believe it. Remember the analogy I just used. I don't believe you. I don't believe that you just made my way. I don't believe that you just rode those roller coasters for me to make sure that I was going to be okay. The only thing that God requires from us is to believe. That is the biggest thing that he asks, is that we believe. As a parent myself, I'm responsible for my children. Now, if my children did not believe anything that I said, that would make it pretty difficult to properly take care of them. Because if I say, hey, come on, get in the car, I'm going to take you to the store to pick up one of your favorite items or favorite toys. I don't believe you. I don't want to go. I don't want to go because I don't believe that you're going to buy me what I want. I don't believe that the car is going to be safe enough to get me where I want to go. Can you imagine how hard that is to parent a kid that doesn't believe you? Well, that's the same analogy. You have to just believe. And if you just believe, you will see great things happen in your life. And remember, in one of the talks we talked about overcoming distractions, if you just believe past the distraction, if you believe past what you see, hear, or even feel, you'll still see that path unfold in front of you, and you will begin to enjoy the journey, because I have stuck in my mind that he will never leave me. He will never forsake me. So if I have a desire, he said he'll give me all the desires of my heart. If I have that goal, I'm going to see it accomplished because I believe it and I see it. And so the last point in enjoying the journey is be happy and remain in peace. Perspective is everything. It's everything. Even in some of my greatest despair, I always will go back to, but you know what, God, but I trust you. And that's where you find your joy. Because it doesn't matter what you see, what you feel, and what you hear. You remain in peace and you remain in joy. So thank you so much for joining me for Finishing Strong today. And enjoy the journey. It's worth it. Find me on Facebook, Finishing Strong Group, and you'll enjoy a lot more of these affirmations. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again.
All along it was a fever, a cold sweat, hot-headed believer. I threw my head